Hi, and this is Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com on a beautiful hot sunny day in Thailand, Hua Hin. And very shortly I'll be going back to the UK, and the UK at the moment is quite cold and dull and dreary, but I'm going back to see my loved ones and family and do a bit of work. But this presentation is just very brief, and it's to talk about the warm weather and the effects of the warm weather. Here, as you can see, t-shirts, you can't see shorts and flip-flops, but no heaters in this pickup, just an aircon. No need for heaters, whether it's summer or winter or autumn here or spring, it's always hot, and the only difference is the humidity and the rain. Moving into the hottest month, which is April, but also we're getting thunderstorms now, which is really exciting. But there's no doubt about it that the effect of the sun and the heat on my body and everybody's body creates a different living environment. I felt very, very, very healthy here. My skin's better, my eyes are better, no headaches here, no dizziness, no indigestion. You know, I think we're just designed to be in a warm climate. When you think what was created for us, if you're like a Garden of Eden, a tropical paradise, pretty much that's what you've got here. Now, climate all over the world is different, and we adapt as human beings to these different environments, just the same as animals do, just the same as plants and insects and birds and reptiles, and everybody does. We adapt, we evolve, we cope. But I do believe that we cope with the weather in the UK and in Europe. We don't thrive in it, we deal with it. Now, it doesn't have to affect your mood. There are techniques that I teach that will help you to overcome victim mentality, whether it's circumstances of your life, personal circumstances, business circumstances, or the weather. But it's a lot easier to overcome these things when you're feeling warm and sunny. Now, that's the external effects of heat, but there is an internal technique that you can use. We have within us a solar plexus, which is the place of the sun within us, and we have an energy flow which you could call an internal flame. And I've got to ask you, you know, is your internal flame, is your vitality, are you boosted? Do you feel like your batteries are fully charged, or do you feel run down all the time? Are you a cold person? Are you a warm person, a giving energy, smiling, happy person? We have this condition that's called bipolar, don't we, where, you know, at one end of the spectrum of behaviour it's quite depressive, and at the other end of the spectrum of behaviour it's quite expressive, and a bipolar person sort of fluctuates between the two. And I do believe that that is a chemical imbalance, and it's also a mood imbalance, and it's also a psychological imbalance and an internal chemistry pharmacy imbalance within us. But there's no doubt about it that as far as I'm aware, those conditions don't exist in these warm countries. Mood affects psychology and biology, and weather does as well. I've got techniques that will help you more than cope, but actually survive and thrive and win and feel wonderful, whatever the weather, whatever your financial circumstances, whatever your physical circumstances, whatever's ever happened in the past. You can feel good in the now using the techniques that I share and teach and preach. And within you, you have a internal flame, a fire, a vitality, a life force, and you can boost that up mentally, irrespective of weather and food and mood and circumstances. It's a psychological thing. And we are just basically a mind that's carried around by our bodies, and if we get mental mastery and control of our mind, and we understand our internal matrix of energy, we can shift. So, as much as I'm witnessing the weather in Thailand and really enjoying it, and I'm really looking forward to coming back to the UK, as I say, to see my loved ones, then I encourage you to invest in yourself just a small amount and engage in my Genesis program. My Genesis program will help you overcome the obstacles that stand in the way of your health, your happiness and your success. It's metaphysical training, it's self-mastery, understanding the genetics of your body and how you can generate energy and how you can create and manifest everything that you deserve and desire using your mind, which is more powerful than all the world computers put together. NASA computer you've got between your ears, in this frontal lobe between your temples, and they're called your temples because they are a sacred place. They are a place of wisdom, where your higher self lives, your divine God self, if you like. Between your temples, your mind, your brain, access that, and you can massively change your life, your future potential experience, the way that you live your life and experience your reality. I've said a load. Get back to me. You can contact me on any of the contact numbers that are on the page where you're viewing this presentation. Bye for now.